Pretty excited, going to race. My annual trip to Ray's bike park. Pretty excited. Got my little dirt jumper and gonna just go do a lap and see how everything's looking since it's been about a year since I was here last. This section looks totally different. You used to be able to go from here through this next part and then loop back around to this point, which is really cool because you go and work on stuff and like practice a line multiple times. Now you have to do the whole loop all the way back around like I just did to get back to this point. This little skate park section is really a blast. I didn't spend much time in it this time, just because I was playing on all the other stuff that's at Ray's. But in the past, I've spent some time in here and just worked on hitting the little spine and doing some wall rides and things. And it's really just a neat section that's fun to play around in. So I'm in, I don't even know what room I am. A cool room. It's the like room off to the side with all the jumps. I really want to try to get the second to biggest line, and I'm just having a hard time with it. Part of it is the jumps are all kicky like a lot of the stuff here at Ray's. I'm just not as comfortable on that stuff, so I'm having to force myself, go over and over and just try it. And part of what I think is going to help is not touching the brakes. It's really hard to do because it's scary when you're like looking at this vertical wall in front of you. So we'll see. Hopefully I can get it. I would say that was by far my best yet. Wasn't perfect by any means, but a lot better.
Well, we've been here for a bit over 3 hours, and man, this place tires you out
Spent some good time on the pump track. Worked on some different jump lines. Now I'm eating a sandwich, turkey, Thanksgiving leftovers. Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do now. There's always stuff to work on. But I'm definitely getting a little bit tired. I had a little crash. Nothing serious by any means, but it proved to me that I'm getting tired, so I might go play on the like teeter-totters, some of the skinnies, some of that stuff, because it's pretty fun. And for me at least, lower consequence because I've ridden those a lot. These next 3 sections of jumps are some of my favorites at Rays. They're a nice progression. There's the red line that I'm riding here, and the jumps are pretty small, but they have good flow to them, so you can work on like hitting your landings perfectly. And then you move up to the blue. The blue line is pretty big. The jumps are fairly steep. You're going pretty high when you hit them. And then the green line is part of the green track, which is a loop all the way around the park, the indoor bike park. And it's their quote-unquote XC course that you can ride on pretty much any bike. And there's no mandatory jumps or anything like that, but this section has some jumps that feel more like the jumps I'm used to. They're not as steep, you're going farther, you're going faster into them, and it's just one of my favorite sections. Unfortunately, trying to loop it is a little bit of a pain. You come out and then have to climb all the way up to the high point, which makes sense because that's how you pick up the speed for actually riding them. One of my favorite parts of race trips is the end of the day pump track annihilation. You start 2 people at opposite sides of the pump track, and the first person to catch the other person wins. Or timed ones, or most in 5 minutes. There's myriad opportunities. We're gonna have some fun.
Go, Mackey! Come on now! Go! Go! Go!
as always, that was an extremely great trip to Rays. I had one little crash, got a mild abrasion, and I think stuck myself with my pedal on this side. Oh, by the way, what do you think of my shoes? Obviously the classiest guy out here. I didn't bring my flat pedal shoes to Ohio, so I was trying to decide what to wear. I decided to just go for my sweet limb boots. Yeah, anyway, super classy. So, went and did some pump track laps right at the end there. Played Pursuit, where one person starts halfway through and the other person chases them down. And yeah, I'm pretty much destroyed now. So, 3-ish hour drive back and we're done. But thanks for tuning in. If you like what I'm doing, we're doing, definitely subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Come in the daylight, leave in the dark. That's how it goes at Rays.